Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals. It's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we are here to give you the dark, dirty secret. Yep, we found out who is behind the brand Tacklife. Now, Tacklife, if you're wondering, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, they've been taking over Amazon by a storm. They're an online-only tool company that for the last, 3 to 4, maybe 5 years, they've been really, it used to be you'd find a few items. Let me back up. It used to be you'd find a few items when you do a search. So you'd search drill drivers, and maybe you'd find a Tacklife item. Now, these days, any category I do a power tool search for, or even hand tools, or even diagnostics tools, I'm finding Tacklife showing up more and more and more, which has got to make you wonder, who is this company? They've expanded. In 5 years, they've expanded so fast from drill drivers to, look, they got bandsaws, rotary tools. They've got hand tools. They've got whatever this thing is, a sharpening station. It looks like a medical probe. They've got staplers and planers and sliding miter saws and so much more. So who is this company? Well, you go over to their Facebook page, and they say they started in 2015 with only 10 people and a passion for adding more tools to their brand, apparently. They're clearly an OEM company. And when they started off, I would have to say it was pretty easy to find, who else was making, their tools for them. But they've really expanded it these days. As you can see, they've got tons of tools. Some of them are very common, easily seen that they're being made by somebody else. Some of them not so much. And they've really expanded the kind of stuff that they're selling. If you look at this, we've got automotive, hand tools, home and garden, measure test, power tools, and a ton more. It's at some point you got to wonder, where are they coming from like this? Who's behind them? Now, 2 years ago, I did a video. They sent me their recip saw to test, and I did a test with it. I tested a bunch of different blades with it, and it actually performed quite well. I actually thought it was very ergonomic to use. I liked using it. It wasn't the most robust saw out there I'd ever used. I would put it on par with your, middle of the road or maybe even upper Harbor Freight corded tool. A little bit more expensive, but it was a nice saw. I liked it. In the following years, I reached out to Tacklife to find out who, more about them, what other stuff they were doing, because they were clearly becoming a bigger player. And if you saw my other video here, in fact, they were included in my list of top 10 tool brands to avoid. I got this little confusing response from them. They thought I was one of their competitors. I don't know. But at that time, we said, look, we did this video and we said, we think that this is a brand you should avoid. Now, hold on. Before you freak out, and like, why are you saying avoid this brand? If you didn't see the video, the reasons were simply that this was a brand that was growing really fast. We didn't have any idea who was behind it, where the tools were coming from. Of course, they're coming from China, but who was buying these tools, who was actually making these tools. And on top of it, they were having some issues with customer service. I did a test where I reached out to their customer service. All they have is an email address, and I reached out to them, and I didn't get a response back. And at that point, I'm like, until we find out more about this company and they get their head on their shoulders, I think that people should probably avoid this brand. Now, here's the funny part. You're going to get a chuckle out of this, because I get lots of people saying, well, if a company sends you free tools, you have to say good things about them, right? Because otherwise they won't send you any more tools. They think that's what makes, reviewers like the bear here biased. See, that's the kind of comments that people who don't understand the industry make. So I did a video with 168,000 views that says avoid this brand. All right. It says don't go near them. They're just, they're too hot to touch right now. Let them cool down. Let them figure out who they are. 168,000 views. You would think that would piss a company off, right? Well, what if I told you that Tacklife has since reached out to me and asked if they could send me their mini circular saw. They also asked if they could send me their 12-inch sliding miter saw, and they want to send me their pressure washer. See, this is what you guys don't understand. I can pretty much say anything I want about a company, and as long as they get views, they're happy to send more stuff. Okay, enough of that. You're here to find out who's behind Tacklife, and I won't tease you anymore. So we did a little digging, and we found Tacklife's registration for their trademark. found the employee name, the attorney that did it, all that good stuff, all the listing goods and services, classifications, all that good stuff. And we come down here, current trademark owners. Anybody recognize that name? Yep, that's Aki. And if you've been around the channel or you've been around USB products, you know exactly who Aki is. Now, they own Tacklife, Napo, the other version of Tacklife, Skylights, a bunch of other companies that I've never heard of. Smileback, I don't know what that is. So, and Ageweed. Ageweed? Really? Armchairs, bed bases, bed frames, bookcases, coat stands, deck chairs, desk, Ageweed. Oh, this is... Anyway, someone needs to help them with some translation. Anyway, the point is, Aki is a well-known company. If you use USB products, they're one of what I consider to be the top 2 brands out there for USB cords and accessories. Their only competition really is Anker. Anker makes some fabulous stuff. I will say this, I think Anker makes better cables, whereas Aki makes far better chargers and accessories. I have several of their products. They make some great stuff. They've sent me some stuff in the past. We've reviewed it. Had nothing bad to say about it. It was excellent. I've bought a lot of their stuff since then. And if you look at the comments in the videos, they're well liked in the community. And on top of that, we found out they also make this, the Fantic hand home drill USB charging drill driver that we reviewed not too long ago. Well, that makes you then question, what is the deal with Tacklife? They're backed by a company like Aki, who is an established company that's well regarded, that makes excellent products. Now, Tacklife clearly is doing something right, because they've managed to blow up their inventory from just a few small power tools here and there to almost dominating the Amazon marketplace when it comes to budget tools. So where does that put them? If, you might have some questions about warranty, you have some questions about support, but they seem to make good products at good prices. Well, that puts them in, in a special kind of niche market here, like companies like Win. Win is a company that's been around since 1951, but they're not the same company. They got bought out years ago, and they make some excellent tools, but they have some issues with customer service. The other one is Rockwell. Rockwell is a company that you see in stores. They're owned by Works. They make a lot of the same products. Even one of the Tacklife's best-selling thing is their mini saw. One of Rockwell's best-selling tools is their version of the mini saw. They're very similar tools. We're going to be trying to compare them. There's also like Genesis. Genesis, this is a brand I've seen on store shelves, but is another one of these OEM companies that's targeted at the budget market. So at the end of the day, it comes down to your comfort level and what what kind of risks you want to take regarding, hey, do they have the tool that you want? Do they have it at the price you want? And do you really think you're going to need a whole bunch of service? Maybe my emails to them, for customer service, maybe the fact I didn't include a serial number or something, maybe that's why they didn't respond. Maybe it got caught up in my spam filter and the response. I don't know. I can't really say. All I can say is that the tools that we've looked at have been decent. All right. And that we're going to be getting more tools into test. So here's the question. Why don't you comment down below and let me know what you think about this situation? Should we be reviewing more stuff from Tacklife? Should we be including it in future videos now that we know that there's actually a reputable company behind it? Is it just the fact they're growing so fast that, is causing them to have problems with, customer service response? I did have a lot of people respond in my email where I said avoid Tacklife, saying that, they've bought a lot from Tacklife and that they've had great, experiences with the tools. I haven't had anybody really commenting saying, hey, I dealt with their customer service and they were fantastic, but they said the tools were great. So anyway, let us know. Let me know down below what you think. Also, are there any other companies out there that you're like, hey, this company seems really cool. They're kind of up and coming, but I don't know who's behind them. I don't know if I can trust them. let's start doing some due diligence on these companies, see if the bear can dig out some fresh information on them. Anyway, that's all the bear has. Don't forget to chomp the like button there. Consider subscribing, ringing the bell there. Don't want to miss out on any of the bear facts here, the bear news, if you would. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.